Jesus Christ, do you want to be a footballer or do you want to be a ballerina? Fucking walking back down the stairs, there's Michael Chopra. Oh, you alright? So I just grabbed him and I just squeezed his neck and just held him up against the wall. For 2 sessions or 3 sessions after it, he was just on me, just wanted to nail me, just wanted to proper just chop me in half. And he just looks up like that, all of that, just like, oh my God. He'd only half volleyed the ball through the cab. This could be on fire, this building could be on fire, and if he had the ball at his feet, you weren't rushing him. It was as simple as that. I've done it at Oldham. You know where to play, you know where to train. Yeah. If you've got anything to say, don't say it behind the keyboard. Just come to the ground. Come on. He said, go set the bollocks and get out the car. And he just had money in his wash bag. Couldn't close his wash bag, he had that much dough. Every partner I have, or I've ever played with, go on to do magical things. Magical things. Honestly, I'll list them in a minute, right? And I just get left like a little piece of shit on the side. Honestly.
Anthony Gerrard.
Thanks for having me, lads.
No, thanks.
How's it going, mate?
No problem.
You good?
Very good, yeah. Very good. COVID, as I've mentioned before, has absolutely wrote me off. Looked like the size of a couch, but hey ho.
To be fair, you did check. Is there any chance I can sit next to Parker? I'm only doing it if I'm sat next to Parker.
2 Oompa Loompas.
To be fair, mate, it's well, there's been no else to do, has there? Apart from cut the Barbie up and
Well, like we said, you know, I've done a 5k and in an embarrassing time. And as I've alluded to, since then, I just knocked on the head.
You say that, it was still quicker than my time. I've only done it once.
Yeah,
that'll be my last.
Yeah, as I'm saying, that was my once and that was my last. So I've got a bar in the back as well, with weights on. Every time I pick the bar up, I'm like, how many more reps before I can put it down? In the end, I'm just picking it up and just dropping and thinking, no, I'm done. And just going to sit on the couch and putting the telly on.
What were you like, you know, like when because they do it sometimes on a Tuesday afternoon when everyone's got to go in the gym and do something. Did you used to do it then?
Yeah. No.
Did you? Were you one of them that just used to be like 1, 2, miss a few?
Yeah, that was me. But then, I don't know, because, you know, obviously like the big lad, yeah. I was always in the fat camp. So I was like, Jez, get on it. I was like, alright, son, no problem. But if you just leave me to my own devices, I'll happily do it. But when someone's on, you're on, yeah, like your missus, you just switch off, don't you?
I like how you're already bringing him down with you. Can we keep that up?
Got to have it.
could be a fucking
just sitting here like a hamster, so got it.
Could be a long podcast for me, this bastard.
As John knows fine well. No, appreciate you coming on, mate.
No, well, like I said, yeah, it's finished in January.
Is that it now?
Yeah, I'm officially done.
After that 5k?
After the 5k, but also after Chesterfield. Wow. You know, I'm not just going to belittle a club, but I just weren't there. I was embarrassing myself playing. I just mentally weren't there, physically miles off it. And no disrespect to the conference, but I'm thinking better than that, to be honest.
It's a mental thing, isn't it? When you turn up at some of the ground, it's a mental thing then.
They just got me playing. Who did we play? I think we played Boreham Wood. Yeah, Boreham Wood. And we travelled down on the day of the game. So we're driving down this housing estate and we take this right. So I'm like, now where's the ground? So then like, we're driving down, it's like dirt track, and it's like, it looks like a little bit of a traveller settlement, know what I mean? So like little bits of field, and then just in the middle of this field, there's a 4G. So I'm walking down the 4G like, what, basically, what's this? Like, I just couldn't get, when I say, like, you think I'm like being funny, there's holes. The penalty spot, there's an actual hole in the penalty spot. I was walking, I was going, how can you play on that? I was like, lad, what's, and the lad's like, it's just one of them things. I was just like, it might be to you, but, I've never experienced this, so like, and honest to God, I had to like, where you just go for a walk to loosen your legs around the Astro. So I just had to go and put myself out the way. I was just like, I was proper fighting with myself. I was just like,
what am I doing?
What this fuck? I was the guy that was so close just to getting off after the game, just like leaving. Who did I speak to? Spoke to Norm
Crossley.
Spoke to Norm, and like my head just gone, and I was like, I need to go. And then my head just fell off from that point. But like loads of stupid stuff happened. It was bizarre, to be honest. Bizarre. But like I say, when you're not used to it, it's a proper eye-opener. That's not me being a snob or conference and all that. That's not it. There's a lot of good lads who've played in the conference and come from the conference. But when you've not in the right frame of mind mentally anyway, and then like someone just throwing it on you and you're just like, Jesus Christ. Like no one tells you that you got to take your own kids home. What I mean is that's not me being a snob, like I'm saying again.
But when you've not experienced it, you've experienced something else for so long.
I've experienced it. But then when it's like, when you take your kids off the first day and saying and throw in the middle of the thing, or like lay it out, and someone goes, what are you doing? Throw my kids in the middle, I go, get a bag, mate, you got to take them home. And you're just like, then you go and see the kit man, he goes, no, that's not my job. And you're like, alright, Jace, no problem. You know what I mean? Once you get used to it, it's fine, not a problem.
You can leave your kit there, but it's going to be exactly the same place next morning when you're fucking just stinking and that.
Yeah, honestly. So it's like the little things. But like I say, you know, I've played there when I was 18. It's not I've played from conference right up to the championship. It's not new to me. I knew exactly what I was getting myself into, but I was just wearing the right mental state.
Did you have to wash your own kit ever?
Yeah, loads of times, yeah. Forest Green, no. York, yeah. But to be fair, I used to just give one of the lads like 50 quid to take it to do both.
50 quid?
A week?
A month, I think.
That's alright.
So I just put my kit in. I like, so Macclesfield, yeah, I have loads of places, but there's been plenty of times where I've had to put the old wet fucking soggy stuff on because I've left it in boot.
I did it at Donny the first time I went to Donny.
At Donny, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you had to do your own kit at Donny?
The first time, so I was only 18, they were in League 2 then.
Yeah. The lads at Blackpool, when they got to the Prem, they had to wash their own kits.
But the amount of times you just put it in the back of the car and forget about it.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday, so you've had it all day Wednesday.
I couldn't do that.
Still with grass stains on.
It's not the grass, it's the smell.
It's from the sweaty socks and you're trying to put them on over your strappings and they're like fucking two-used Johnnies.
The amount of times I've just kept my Fred Perry's on because the socks are stinking.
But no,
I'll tell you what, mate, we've never had a response on Twitter like last couple of days.
I think it's because I'm a bit controversial, to be honest. Which is,
I think it's controversial or honest.
Yeah, no, what? I think that's it, honest. I'm not one of these like footballers who pussyfoot around. Like I've played with loads, you've played with them, played together with loads.
There we go again.
no, what I mean is we've played together with loads of lads.
Yeah,
and just wet wipes, they're just doormats. Even though manager is he's senior to you. You don't have to accept what he says to you and how he says it.
Yeah.
You know, you got to stand up for yourself. I've always been brought up with that. If something's right or wrong, there's nothing wrong with stand up and going, I don't think you're right there. Because, but like I say, the managers I've played for, some like it, some don't. Some are...
Majority like it?
No. No, but it's crazy because it's just who you are. I can't change who I am. You know what I mean? Who my mum and dad have brought me up to be. You know what I mean? It's doing them a disservice, to be honest. When I was a kid, just kept me mouth shut, do exactly what I said. But then when you start getting into your own, like you get into a professional environment, and you're seeing, like, when I come into football, it was like I was getting the back end of like proper football, men's football, where you could dig each other out. Like if someone scored off a set piece, that's fucking your sorry, I've messed it up. Then when I got to the end, I was digging people out and I was going, and then managers were saying to me, just
go easy on him.
Just go easy. I'm like, fucking you messing? I'm trying to learn. Yeah, but you got to go about it the right way. But what is the right way? I'm not a coach now when I'm going down that path. Obviously, I've got to go round it in different ways. But if I'm playing and there's 3 points at the line and there's a bonus, you know what I mean? Why can't I dig them out? Or that's the bit that I just couldn't get my head around. Like, and I'm just like, like I say, it's chalk and cheese. I think I was a football in the wrong era, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about John? He's the first one. Give me an eye opener. It must be a Scouse thing because he was like John Doolin. Remember?
Oh yeah.
He was at Donny the first time, and he just exactly like that.
Yeah.
To give the ball away. At the time, it didn't come across constructive. Like you've just done that. Fuck. And I was like, that's out of order. That I'm ringing me man.
No, what I mean, like nowadays, people are getting stung up for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For shouting at the kids, and you're like, Jesus Christ, do you want to be a footballer or do you want to be a ballerina? Same with the tackling. Where's tackling gone out of football? I seen Ollie Norwood make a great tackle yesterday. Nicked the ball away. Momentum just took him through Richarlison. Richarlison, I could hear the scream down. It's obviously you can see him rolling around. He didn't even touch him, and I'm just watching. I'm sitting there just infuriated by it, thinking, "Are you messing?"
Yeah.
And he gets booked for it. Nowadays, every foul is a booking. It's just for me, just football, it's gone. It's honestly
I
gone.
agree.
It's honestly gone. It's going to come into like touch rugby. That's what's going to get like. You're going to have 2 tags round the side, dribbling it. If you pull your tag off, you take possession of the ball. That's what's going to go like. And it's just not, I remember getting cut and, no, I'm not coming for you. I'm not coming for you. I remember playing against Preston, and you turned to shoot, and me and Kevin Norton went to block it. So I've slid, and he's caught me, and his boot's gone in my face, and it's cut me. And I'm like, just jumped up, obviously, and cut and that. But nowadays, you see people cut, and I'm like, I've got to go off. Like, if that's me, I'm like, it's like a macho thing. No, can't show no one of me.
Even if it's new actor, you get up, even if you were hurt, because you didn't want to think.
And you'd hobble.
He's fucking, like, you didn't want to hit the defender to think, he's fucking I've done him there. I've done him a good in there.
Yeah.
You'd hobble about for like, you'd walk off as normal, and as soon as the ball went up the other end of the pitch, you just hobble about.
Yeah.
How hard do you feel as well? Say if you get a cut and you go at the sideline and they give you the Basil Fawlty. Get us back on. I'll hit myself.
Vaseline.
You're acting hard, and when they pull it up and it kills your eyebrow, you're like, yeah, alright, it's tight enough.
Then all your hairs come out when you take it off.
And you look like you had a facelift in your eyes like that. Sometimes I had to peel it off. I couldn't play with it. I just had to peel it off, and if it hits it. But yeah, football's changed. It's so different now. Even kids football. Obviously you would have played in resi games where there was something on it. There was points, and you were playing with actual first teamers.
Yeah, professional, like seasoned pros.
I was captain at 18 for the resis at Everton, and I was playing with proper blood. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say you could tell them, because they just look, all right. You know what I mean? Take it easy. But what I mean is, nowadays it's like, go on, you have the ball, we'll play in our little nice defensive shape, and then when we get the ball, we'll do it to you. Then you go into the football league, God forbid they don't make it at the clubs. They have to drop down to the football league. You know what I mean? It's a League 1, League 2. No. That's not how it works. You're gonna get
not ready for it either.
You're gonna get a party who's just gonna pin you. He's just gonna roll you. The kids just haven't got a clue nowadays. Haven't got a clue.
Well, vocal with your teammates.
Yeah. Happy
to be vocal with the manager.
Yeah.
Not too afraid of confronting the fans either.
No. I've had quite a few Twitter spats, to be fair.
I've seen.
Twitter spats. Twitter spats.
What did you do with your hamstring again?
Rifling the... Yeah, I'll say it. Yeah, rifling your mum. Yeah.
That was recent.
Yeah,
that was last year.
It was cracker, honestly. I was chuckling. Writing it like... And then when
so what? He'd call you out?
Yeah, he's giving me loads. He's giving me absolute dog's abuse. Why Indian? Like you can't even mate. No shit, Sherlock and all that. So I was in the house just on the couch, and I just thought, you're getting it. So I did, but I led into it though. So I was like saying, I sent another tweet before, and then about football, you get injuries and all that. And just like basically leading into it, and then I just said, yeah, but to answer your initial point, I pulled it, rifling your mum. Honestly, God, it went absolutely crazy. it was that bad that I've got a friend who runs the Thai Liverpool supporters club, and he sent me a screenshot of a Thai paper with like obviously my face, and obviously Brighton was in Thai. Yeah. Honest to God, I just thought, wow, on TalkSport, on the Mail.
It went big.
It went fucking, honest to God, it went crazy.
What did the lad do? That you
was he was crying like a little girl, honestly.
Did you arrange for a car park meet as well?
I always
a textbook.
Yeah, I've done it at Oldham. You know where to play, you know where to train.
Yeah.
If you've got anything to say, don't say it behind the keyboard. Just come to the ground. It's as simple as that. So I went in on the Monday. So I shoot like just tottering in. The secretary hands me. Nigel gives me this piece of paper. Jazz. Disciplinary. I was like, what? Like from Twitter. I was like, nah, no chance. And then I had like all the transcript. What he said, what I'd said, whatever else.
Highlighted.
Yeah, honestly, it was crazy. Then how many people had liked it, how many people had retweeted it. I was just like, oh my God.
And it was at this point that Mr. Gerrard said,
so
I rifled your mother.
Yeah, so it was crazy. So then I get in, it must be 9 o'clock. So Graham being like he was the CEO, wants to see you. Got a pencil in a day and a date for where you got to do your interview. I was like, interview? Like, yeah. I was like, oh, fuck, come on, we'll do it now. So we're in there. So he's talking to me and just going on. And so
the police weren't involved. Sorry, mate. The police weren't involved. No. It was just the officials from the club
bringing the club into disrepute.
Yeah, but it was crazy. I'll tell you a little bit of thing out to it. So basically, he's going on at me. Had you been drinking on the night that you sent it to me? I was like, well, no. He went, so why did you say? I said, why wouldn't I? I said, not, he said, you're saying I'm bringing the club into disrepute. I said, he's giving me dogs abuse. I said, it's just, you wouldn't dream of saying it on the road to me. When I say on the road, like, I sound like a fucking South London there, no? You wouldn't dream of saying it, walking up to me, just going,
yeah.
So why, what gives them the goal to do it over the internet? I said, that doesn't matter, you're a professional. I was like, so what? I said, basically, doesn't matter to me whether I'm a professional or not. I said, I'm not having people. So then, so I'm sitting there, so like every time I go to get up, he's like, no, well, and like keeps asking me questions. So I'm like, going to get up, and he's doing it again. So he's like, so then the woman, he's just like keep me there anyway, just like dragging it out. So then like the secretary or someone comes in and goes, yeah, it's fine, Graham, yeah. So he goes, go on, Jez, you can go. So as I go into the dressing room, as I'm walking out, he went, hey, Jez, that lad was outside,
He wanted it.
Was he?
I was like, what? My head had just gone. I went, that fucking cheeky bastard. So like he sat in his car and tweeted me, where are you then, brave boy, and all that, right? But while I was in the interview, he was outside.
Oh, so they were keeping you in?
So they'd seen it. So they'd seen him in the car park. So I was like, you fuck. So I was like, that's fucking out of order and all that. I said, then that happened, my head was going. Then all the fans, you shitbag. And all, look at you, all fat, no shit and all that. Like, yeah, go on, get round, bring your mates as well.
Get back.
Right, so it was going crazy.
I did in the room and
it was I'm here, where are you, and all that. So I was like, fucking hell. So then I went in, so like obviously that had happened, so all lads like got a breakfast room. So we're sitting in there and I was like, fuck, what about this fucking dickhead? Said, sweet me, said, and I give him it back. I said, and it's gone everywhere. So lads like, I know, look, yeah. So they show me like on the Daily Mail and Talk Sport and, Everton. So I was like, oh no, this could be a little bit bigger than what I thought. Yeah. So then one of the lads I was talking to him, he went, what was his name? So I give him his name. And he went, like that, proper, like shocked. He went, what's his name? So he gets his phone out, goes, is that him? I was like, yeah, that's him. The lad had sent one of the boys, it was a hate crime, basically. It was a hate crime. Obviously, on the Sunday night, I think it was, Sunday or Monday, he gives the lad, one of the players, like proper dogs abuse on Facebook. Fucking calling like or whatever. Yeah, but really bad. Like if that was me saying it to.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be strung up.
Anybody,
any footballer, anybody in a professional manner will get strung up with some of the stuff that he sent. So they sent all that to him. So then I just went, send me it across, because they were wanting to sack me on the spot.
Yeah.
And I just thought,
this lad's got form.
Yeah, I was like, nah. So I just got it and went, no, lad, it was, say his rifle, the mum said, that's what he's sending to the players, and just like flicked it across the table. So the chief exec looked at it and went, basically, what,
not like to stand on.
Yeah, basically. So then the club banned him. I got fined, I think it was 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something stupid like that. He got banned. So then I come back. So after about 3 or 4 weeks, he appealed it. And he just let him back in. Let him back in.
Even though he'd sent all that.
Oh, it gets better. So then I was fuming. I was thinking, how can he send that to one of the lads? How can I get fined and get disciplined for it. And he can come back into the ground.
Especially when what he says
so then,
a hell of a lot worse than what you've done.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. There's no hate crime in mine. It's just basically a little bit of banter that a football fan was took offence to. No biggie. So so then I went and seen. So everything's happened. So then the chief exec, like I'm not happy. So he sees me for the game. Oh yes. So what happened to the ban? Come in here. So like takes me into the little side room. Listen, he's appealed. He had his right to appeal it. The directors, they wanted you gone. I was like, so what's it? So basically, you're just vilifying it. You're vilifying me. And you say it's all right. You can say whatever you want. We'll still take you as a football fan. No, Jez. And then I'm like, listen, that's done now. Don't care. I want my money back. We can sort that, Jez. Yeah. We can sort that, Jez. I went the full it. He went, maybe not the full it. He went, what? How much? He went, I'll get you 80%. I went, all right, Sam, no problem. Oh, every cloud. Honestly.
Did they want to sack you then? Because you were in the team at the time. Yeah.
I weren't doing it, and I was obviously earning a few quid. So they just seen, ping, job done.
Chance to get you out.
Yeah, without having to pay me nothing.
Do you think you were sacked before
I was done.
I was done. The messages come through.
Yeah, the manager was like saying, basically, don't want you gone.
Yeah.
Want you gone. But But
they talk about this now.
Sorry.
About fans with like I said, hate crimes or whatever, but sending what kind of message is that from a football club to say you've said something that's completely inappropriate and we'll just let you back in again?
Well, that's it. Like they were saying to me, you're not acting in a professional manner. I was like, I know, listen, it was one of them. I was getting dogs abuse, just heat of the moment and stuff like that. When anyone knows that, if you look at my Twitter feed, it's not heat of the moment. You just sit there and just give you you know what I mean? So, but, like I say, he'd done that previous, and one of the lads had kept it on his, and it worked out in my favour, to be fair. When I say worked out in my favour, obviously you don't want.
But it just proved
it just proved that, basically.
Gave you an argument, didn't it?
Yeah, it gave me a leg to stand on, and then I just, ran with it.
Yeah.
But he was saying, do you want to be...
play to him for turning up, mind.
Was he a big bugger or did you talk him?
Joking.
You know, you were hiding it back in office, you wouldn't know.
No. Yeah, you were sat there, Graham, before you go, Graham. Like I know a few things.
I've got some more transcripts here, Graham, if you want to have a look through.
Listen, honestly, if you go through it...
Is it car park then? Can't stop him coming in, can you?
No, it was honestly someone at Oldham as well. Told the fan to go and throw shit at himself. Same thing. Giving me dogs abuse.
On Twitter, or was this in a game?
On Twitter. I've only ever had one fan who'd actually have the bollocks who said it to me face, and it was when I was at Walsall. And all my family there, we were playing Samia. So we were playing Samia. I think we won. At most certainly we won. And obviously Samia fans are just... I'm sure I smashed Chrissy Dagnall. That's how long back it was. I'm sure I smashed him right in the corner. And the fans were giving me something. I was like, jog on, divvy. So I'm outside. I just had my eldest lad, which is, it's 11 years ago. So I'm outside and I'm holding him. So I'm holding Harry, me missus, me mum and dad. So I'm just holding him and all that. So then these 4 lads walk past me. Yeah, fucking Gerrard, you fucking prick. And dad was giving me loads. So I was just like, that's just that. Hold him. So I give the baby to me missus or my dad or whatever. So I just walked. So like they were looking like that. So I just started getting a little bit quicker, and I got into like a little bit of a gallop. But after the game, I was stiff to butt. I was like that, like straight legging it. So they get in the car. So like I'm ragging the car door, saying, "Fucking get out now! If it's fucking thing you can abuse me from me, fucking get out now!" So like my head is gone. So I punched the window. So the window's like, I'm sorry, no, I was fucking sorry. So I just jumped in. So Dev like half sped off. So I jumped in my car and just like that, woo, after them. I left me missing and the baby with me. I thought, fuck, I'm not having that. So you come out to the Bescott, you turn right, get to the bottom, turn left, up over the bridge, Morrison's, and it's like a Scale-electric track, so up and over the bridge, and then there's bends now. So I thought it was like stealing off, flying everywhere. So then I get to on the roundabout at junction 10, yeah. So it's the lights. So the M6 is coming off, so fucking the lights are on red, so I just come screeching behind. Handbrake, just jump out, the doors fucking wide open on the car. Say, come on. Say, grow set of bollocks and get out the car. So he's like, listen, I'm sorry and all that. He's like, fucking. Yeah, they're just gone. So I just jumped in the car, drove around, picked my missus and all that back up. Same thing. Then about 3 years later, I was having a spat with someone on Twitter, and the lad brought it up. Yeah, he's not professional. I remember when he chased us. I remember when he chased us to the M6 when we played Sammy, and I know as soon as I read it, the instant just comes straight back into me, and I was like chuckling, thinking, "Oh my god!" But like, you know,
I could just imagine him saying, "He's hold the baby."
No, I was just like, but even my dad and all that were like, "I think he just." I was like, fuck. Obviously, at Walsall, you know, we got your own suit and all, so we had like a big massive tie down there, my suit was up there, dead long, baggy and all that. I just thought, no, I'm not having that. But my head had just gone. Like, I'm a little bit, I haven't got the longest fuse, like, so it doesn't take much, but I just think it takes the piss.
Yeah.
I think it takes the piss, to be honest.
It was the worst thing I've seen from Sunderland fans do it when Chris Coleman had the Sunderland job. He's come out the stadium after a game, and he was with his wife and kids, and some fellas like confronted him, giving him that in his face.
Yeah, I remember it. What did he say? He said something. What did he say back?
I don't know, but I wouldn't mess. I wouldn't.
Well, it says a bit
Coleman
handle this
I
thing, can't it?
But you know, when you're just thinking, it doesn't get much worse than that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You don't give me it, I'll give you it back.
Yeah, if you're on your own.
Yeah, but don't take liberties. You know, when I'm standing with my family. But like I say, you know, it's football. Every football fan thinks they've got an opinion on absolutely everything, which they have. They pay the money, they're allowed to. But when I'm with my family, just, you know.
Yeah,
when it gets personal.
Yeah.
And what were you like as a young lad at Everton? Were you vocal? Were you
as a player? Yeah, like I say, I think I was a coach before I even knew I was thinking about coaching. Years ago, my granddad used to say, I know when you've had a good game. I was like, why you been? Because you always talk, you don't chill through the game. And I think that was me. I was never the best, never had loads of ability, but I really grafted for it.
Were you loudest in dressing room at that age?
Yeah, but I was like, not like just shouty, I just loved to laugh. Even now, at 30 odd years of age, when we were at Carlisle, I used to go in the room and like film my lads and like wake them up and that and scared them, know what I mean?
Just never grow up, do it?
Yeah, honestly, just like stupid. I just like loved like the little petty banter stuff and all that. But some of the stuff that I used to get up to at Walsall, like I keep going back to it, but that was where like I've really found myself as a footballer, and as a lad. Some of the stuff we used to do. There was a footballer called a lad called Stephen Hughes, played for Everton, Arsenal, Charlton. So he came from Coventry, and like he used to drive a range, you know, because he had a few quid. Even now, still fucking gives me a... So we used to talk, and there was a mate close me called Duke Deluxe, or Duke Deluxe. And he used to go into selfies and come, oh yeah, look, me fucking top and all that. She's like, shut up. He's like, yeah, you peasants. Like, I know I know peasants and all that. But like, I used to just giggle, all lads used to giggle off him. Yeah, peasants. And I was like, shut up, you fucking big fat divvy. Just used to give him loads. So this day, well, there's a number of things. So this day, he comes in a brand new pair of white Air Forces. So like, he used to wear a pair of battered ones, so we used to give him, saying, look, you got all this money, to go and buy a pair of training, you scruff. And just used to pelt him. So this day he comes in, goes, look, what new Air Forces and all that. Yeah, you peasants haven't got any. So like, I'm laughing. I was like, yeah, all right, you sound, yeah. So I just thought, I had in my head what I was going to do. So we moved into a new training ground called Essington, which in League One, no one had their own training ground really. So like, it was a brand new building, but like it weren't done out as like training grounds are now. You just wooden benches, you know, what's it called? Hangers, a lot. So like wooden benches, and there's wood round the bottom. So I thought, I know, I'll get you, fucking prick. So the groundsman at Essington, he looked like Tom Selleck. He had this proper big crazy tash, right? And a big massive blockhead like him. So I was like, have you got any hammers and nails? He was like, what for, Jez? I went, just get me the biggest nails that you can get. So I just got the two about 6-inch nails and just got the two and just like whack, and nailed the two trainees to to the wood at the bottom. But like he didn't get onto it. Like obviously if you lay your trainings on like a piece of wood, you'd sit at an angle, wouldn't you? But his trainings was just sitting straight where it is at that wood. So like everyone used to shoot off then quick. But everyone's just sitting there, just waiting like that. So he's like, yeah. So he's like giving shit going into the change. And I'd already done it. Giving shit, already gone into the changes and all that. The lads must be about 15 of us still left in. So we're all sitting there just like giggling and that. So he comes out and he's like fucking drying his balls on his ass. And I'm going, going back to Selfridges. Going back to spend another 500 quid, 600 quid on what he used. Like just, he was a lovely lad. I'm like making him out here to be like a prick. He was what, like just doing it
funny with that.
He was hilarious.
Crack,
he was hilarious. So he was like, alright sound, let's get yourself a new pair of Air Force. You go, nah geez. Nah, he was a cockney, nah geez. Got me brand new, he's here. So I was like, alright sound, So he puts his socks on and that. So he goes, pulls the fucking Air Force one. He's like, you fucking can't. He's going, I'm sitting there creasing, he's fucking ragging like fuck these two Air Forces. So he gets off the bench and he's pulling them like that, proper pulling them, and he pulls them that hard, but obviously they're just all rubber. So his train comes flying through the nail. So as he pulls it, the nail's still in the thing, so he pulls the shoe over the nail and just goes tumbling back in in the changes. So like all lads just like, as he hits the deck, all lads start running out going, you fucking prick. Just start giving dogs abuse. So like for a couple of days he was a bit arsey. So he's like, no, fucking out of order. So like I go, shut up, get on with it, you and all that. So like his head was going.
No, it was you straight away?
Yeah, because I used to give me. So we're all sitting there, and remember Imperial Leather had just come out. So all lads got this Imperial Leather, like used to spray that when you go, explodes. So like his head probably gone for like 3 days. Proper gone. So I'm like, shut up, it was only a joke and all that. So when like I just said to him, listen, everyone just hit him with the Imperial Leather. Right, so like he's like, no, you're out of order, or like, shut up. So I used to sit directly facing the door and he'd sit to the left. And the light switch was to the right. So Alex Nichols, one of the young lads, probably younger than us anyway, used to sit there. So I just said, listen man, no, just turn it off. I said, once the lights go off, everyone just pelted at him. So fucking just not like that. So the light goes off. So as soon as the light goes off, I could just hear singing like that, just running. Give it a tune. So the light turns on. Honest to God, he looked like the Honey Monster. He looked like he stood up. He had a tied up round him. I swear to God, every single body part was covered. His face was covered, and he just started bursting. He started foaming up. Honest to God, he's going, you fucking can't. I fucking. Honest to God, his head had like proper gone. And like 2 days later, he come in and was just like, listen, that was hilarious. You know, if it said anything to anyone, just ignore it. But like honestly, we just used to batter each other.
Calm down it, and sounds like a bit like a bukkake, doesn't it? An Imperial Leather bukkake.
No, but it was just like, so say you're sitting there now. So, alright, sound, yeah. And as soon as the lights went off, everyone just jumped up. Even all over his clothes. So he's sitting there, all his clothes, the peg, everything, the whole thing.
Because you know, when you walk into a changing room, saying there's like 10, 12 lads, then it just goes deathly silent.
Yeah.
You smell a rat.
Happened, yeah.
You check your boxes for DP. You check your socks. Something's going on.
Yeah. But know what I found though? In like League 1, League 2, that I used to love like doing stuff like that.
Crap.
And then like when you're playing the Championship, they start forgetting themselves a little bit and forget where they come from. And like, no. And you're just like, fucking hell, behave yourself. It's, you know, basically.
Would you have nailed Bellas' shoes thing?
If you was given it, yeah. But like I said, some of the stuff, like even I let hamsters out.
Hamsters?
At Walsall, I had these hamsters, and one of the lads was saying, I'm petrified, I don't like no creepy crawlies. I was like, why, what's up? He's like, I don't like snakes, I don't like this, I don't like that. So I just had it in my head. I thought, I've got to bring them in. So I went to like Petrome or whatever, and I wanted a snake, but he didn't have any. Well, when I say he didn't have any, they wouldn't sell me there. So what I thought in my head is, I know. So we went to like a toy shop. I got one of them plastic boxes like you get out to the vets with all the holes in. Yeah. I got sawdust and I got this plastic snake and put it under the sawdust and just had some of it coming out. Basically, it looked like the snake was just like keep him warm, so I was walking in like, oh. So it was Jabbo with Beret. So he was like, no, can't have that. And I was like, I've got a snake and all that. I was like, no, it's not real. So I undone the lid, one of them pushy down lids, and it opened up. And he was like, I was like, touch it, Jab, touch it. He's like, no. So as he got closer, but like that, honest to God. he's about 6'2", like that. I've never seen. The scream, honest to God, it was hilarious. So then I threw it at him, and he just like, up on the thing like that, no. And obviously it was just a plastic one, just in a circle, just on the floor. So then a couple of days later, I got the hamster in like the hamster ball, and I had one and just let it loose in the changing, and then I had one in the ball, and the ball was just like that all over the changing.
Letting hamsters off.
Unleash the hamster.
Yeah, but like I say, you know, when you go to League 1, League 2, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant for banter and that.
Yeah.
But I thought it could just been at Cardiff. We just didn't have the same level.
Yeah. So what age did you get released by Everton?
I don't know. It's a mad one because it was the year that Everton finished fourth. So what had happened is that they finished fourth, which is unprecedented for Everton.
Yeah.
That's, you know, if they would have finished in the 16th, I think I still would have had another 2-year, 3-year deal. But as it goes, they finished fourth. So Moyes just said, you know, you can have a contract, but you'll only be playing in the resis, and obviously once you've had a taste of first team football, it's like, nah, I want to go and play. So I just said no.
So the contract with her on the table if you wanted to bide your time, so to speak.
But I'd already played, because the end of that year was crazy, because I went out on loan and I'd done really well. I went to Walsall on loan and done really well. So then I don't know where, I think the season finished in the Football League earlier, and then we played Bolton last game of the season. So I got told come to the hotel. So I was like, oh, hell, you know what I mean?
The chance of being up bench here, like, or...
Yeah. So before the game, I'm just sitting there having like pre-match, and he pulled me and just said I was wanting to play. Yeah, I was like, what? Like my arse off. I was like, what you wanted me to play? I'd been on the bench previous in that season, but I'd never been like, I was nowhere near it. If that makes sense. I was on the bench.
You knew you weren't coming on.
Yeah. Unless
your injuries.
Yeah. So, but then he said to me, after Walsall and stuff like that, we looking at playing. I was like, wow. But he said we couldn't cancel the loan, or you weren't in the squad list. Yeah. Because you got to submit the squad list. Oh, long story anyway. So I was just like, oh. Then that was it.
So after you went Accrington and Walsall on loan, and then was that? Yeah. Did you just think that I want to be playing now? I want to play football.
Yeah.
And how old were you at this point? Have you said?
Just 19. So now, lads wouldn't
you'd
leave.
fucking sign it now, wouldn't you? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The kids would sign it now.
Yeah.
We speak about every podcast, though, don't we? About that age, like 19, you want to be playing, but now it's 20, 22, 23.
Yeah.
They're like,
At 22, 23, I'd moved to Cardiff. I'd already played 150 odd games, you know what I mean? Yeah. Now they're just like, oh no, more like one. I'll just keep taking my money off you, just thanks.
Yeah.
You know, where's the pride in that? I just don't see the point in it.
Was Jimmy Walker at Walsall?
No, he just left. So
go to West Ham?
Yeah.
So were Merson in charge when you were on loan?
Merson was in charge when we was on loan, and then the season after.
Right.
Like when I went on loan, I think we were in second bottom, and with 8 games to go, something like that. We won 6, lost 1, drew 1. So we were safe as ours, you know what I mean? So everyone was thinking, even me, I was thinking, if nothing happens at Everton, I can come back here, you know what I mean? And as it just so happens, that's what happened.
Yeah. How was he?
Yes. The best player I've ever seen. The best, no, I can't say that, because him and Witt are the best single-footed player outside of the boot, inside of the boot. Merson used to just stand on the court, on the right hand. No, like where the...
Well, he player manager, were he?
No, he went from player manager to actual manager, but he'd still join in. So he'd stand on the halfway line in like a little box, and he'd either whip it or just bend it outside of his foot. He was a joke, honestly. Proper leather boots look like.
You said we're the ones with the big tongues, didn't you?
Yeah, A-line, with the A-line. I think he was called A-line, honestly. As a footballer, just didn't move, but wow, what a player.
What about as a manager?
Wow.
Another wow.
No, I think when you talk to, when you like, I love football. I love talking about football. You can talk and he'd like just hit you with all kinds of stats, you scored in what game and stuff like that. But I don't think, because he'd never played at that level, I don't think he could grasp that the lads couldn't do as he was asking.
I've heard that a few times.
You know what I mean? It's
bigger players at a lower level.
Yeah, I think, but I think we went from like 7th at January to being relegated bottom, or second bottom.
It was almost like feeling sorry for him and lose respect for him in a way.
Who, the lads?
Yeah.
No, not for what it was just that, like, we were flying, we were doing really well. Then all of a sudden, we literally couldn't buy a win. I think we won 2 games in the whole second half of the season. And if we weren't winning, we were losing. So not like people go on a slide and like, but they get a draw, lose. No, it was just loss. It was absolutely crazy.
And we're not doing anything different to what you've done for the first start of the season to get you into 7th?
No, and then obviously once that happens, and once the slide happens, the inexperienced managers don't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you've been, you know what I mean, if you're new to it or you've been flying high and things take a nosedive, managers don't know, you know, inexperienced managers, as you said, don't know how to handle it, don't know how to stop the rot.
They just press the panic buttons, don't they? Everything changes. Everything changes, man.
You start doing afternoon sessions and all sorts of stuff.
Christmas do gets potted.
Oh, mate.
But mate, you don't have to be inexperienced for that to happen.
Oh. Yeah.
How were you on even the loan move, going in from the academy to a League 2 team and the experienced pros and stuff?
It were a different academy then.
Yeah, it was mad because where I went in, there was Neil Emblem, Simon Osborne, Craig Peed come in with on loan, David Petrini. There's loads, you know what I mean? There's loads of loan players, Julian Joachim, and it was just new to me. I just loved it. I just loved being in that first team. Even though you're in and around the first team, like at a big club, you're not really a first team player.
Yeah,
it's mad. And then when you go there, like you come from like what is supposed to be like a Premier League club, and like you got to make a good impression. Like, fucking hell, what have we signed here? You're not going to fucking help us out, know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that weren't the case for me. Like, I just knew that I had to make it. I just had to make it. I'm not, you know, I haven't got no qualifications, even though I'm quite bright in school. Every focus was on being a footballer, and I knew that. It was like, it was an audition, basically. It was an audition for what was to come. And once I had a little taste of it, I just thought, yeah, that's it. I've got to make it. I was a footballer at any level, and luckily enough, I played at a decent level.
So who were the players in that Everton team back then? Like Ferguson's,
it was a joke. It was an app. When you look at now, they had Fergie, Nigel Martin, Richard Wright, Tim Cahill, Mikel Arteta, Kev Kilban, Lee Carsley, Alan Stubbs, Davey Weir, Tony Evett, Gary Net. I could just reel them off. It was an unbelievable side.
Who was best with you?
Pardon?
Who was best with you? Like, took time out?
Tony Evett.
Yeah.
Tony Evett, all like the younger ones. There's a few like Sniders, to be fair. Yeah. Like,
name names, who were the dicks?
Nah. Well, I can't say, I always say dicks. You're just like, when you're playing, when you're in the boxes, and you know, you're not the worst. There's a player having an absolute stinker, in you go. Or when you get voted out, out you go. I remember I'd done that. It's David Unsworth. Like, I was doing really well. I was holding my own. I was confident. And then when someone says, yeah, go on, you got to go out, I was just like, and then I had it in my head, he's a senior, go on, I'll just take it. Go on, I'll just go, no worries.
I don't get it, go out.
No, they had 3 boxes. Three boxes, so
the worst player gets sent on.
Right, okay.
Prem, Champions League and whatever it was. So like, you'd move around, know what I mean? So I went the worst, nowhere near the worst. Like, there's some actual footballer-wise, there's people falling over their own feet and that. So I was playing, and like, I just had enough. I just snapped and went, I'm not going, no. I'm not going. I'm not going, no, I'm not going. So like, all lads going, and like, he was in charge of the box. So he was like, fucking, he's telling me no, Gav. He's like, alright then, sir, no problem. Worst mistake I could have made. But so I think that was on a Friday. Monday or Tuesday comes, we're doing 1v1s. Rhino was his nickname.
Rhino.
Fucking God.
A big old unit Unzi and all.
Calves,
listen, you could fire a ball in as well. So like, you got to fire out, get out, close down and all that. absolute firing into me. My touch was a little bit away from me, and he just lifted me. And for 2 sessions or 3 sessions after it, he was just on me, just wanted to nail me, just wanted to proper just chop me in half, and I was just like,
sorry, David.
Honestly, it was like, and then from that point I thought, should I just, I think should have just walked out here. But
Bit of a lesson for you there, wasn't it?
But you know what? I was one of the best fellas I've ever have met in football, even to this day. Duncan Ferguson.
Yeah.
Honest to God, one of the nicest fellas you'd ever. He used to come in pants and a shirt.
What, like trousers?
Yeah, trousers and shirts and that. Play hard, work hard. Play hard, work hard. That's what he used to say. Honest to God, he was a full.
Did he play hard?
Oh, listen, one of the nicest fellas, but no shoes. His finishing. Nobody like people say, I'll put it in the air. His finishing on the floor. He was a scandal. He was an absolute. I'd say he was behind Wayne Rooney there. He was the best finisher by a million miles.
You never think that.
No, listen, his left foot just used to bend it. You should have seen him as well. The cut of him, absolute animal. Used to go in the gym. So he'd train in the morning, go in the gym in the afternoon. He'd either do the weights or he used to get the groundsman and they'd go and have a spar. They'd have a spar in the gym. Head guards on, just have a spar.
Fucking hell, the groundsman must have been handy money.
Yeah.
Was he? Yeah.
Robbie, his name was. He should have a spar, and honestly, it was but one of the nicest fellas ever.
It's good, that.
Remember playing, we were training, and I was like, when you're young and you're like,
You was cautiously playing against him, weren't you?
yeah, playing like that, it was hubris, you know what I mean? Just like, want to start mixing it and all that. Is that the right word? Don't think it is, but fuck it.
Yeah,
So,
we'll go with it.
Yeah, we'll go with it. So I'm playing, so the ball gets rolled down the side. So he's running, and I'm coming across, and you just know what's going to happen. So I just go, smash, win the ball, take him out. No bother, jumps up, picks me up, you know what I mean? Jog back playing. So then we're playing, and I'm like, getting proper aggressive against him. So then the ball gets clipped over, so he's standing there like we're waiting to pin me. So I just go, fuck, and just come steaming over the back of him. Eddie and go over him. So Nigel Martin is the keeper who pinged it, so he's like, oh. So he just fucking just proper picks me up. He's like, fucking just proper shakes like a ragdoll. So I'm like that everywhere. I had a big welt off the bib, proper tore me neck and that. So Nigel Martin going, oh my God, the young lad's had you again. And he's just like that, just proper shaking me that.
So Nigel's just winding him up.
Proper wild. But then after it, training had finished. After it, he come and just said, sorry about that. Said my head had just gone and all that. You were getting the better of me. Said my head had just gone. I was just like, no problem. Honestly, one of the nicest fellas you'd ever wish to meet.
Did you ever get on a Everton Christmas do then?
Yeah.
With the lads?
Yeah. Oh, don't. So honestly, when you're a young lad, you don't pay for it, do you? So we went to Newcastle. This was the first one. This is my first ever Christmas do. So we were staying in this hotel in Jasmine. Like, it was on top of a bar. I don't know where it was anyway. So, like, didn't have to pay for my room. Didn't have to pay for travel or not. Like, everything was paid for the lads. So, me and one of the young lads, Foxy, were like, lad, we haven't paid for nothing here. And I was like, I know. So, we ended up in an establishment. So, like, lads, like, so we saying, what should we do? I was like, I don't know, we need to buy a drink. I was like, because, like,
Chicken dippers?
Yeah.
In the strippers?
Yeah. So if I don't buy a drink, I like feel embarrassed, know what I mean? So we're like, alright, sound so fucking big bollocks. Foxy's like, why don't we get a bottle of champagne for the lads and send it over? And we'll go. And just say, yeah, thanks for all. And so I thought, sound, yeah. Good idea, that. So I fucking dickhead paid it, didn't I? Like that. So like, lads, we're gonna go. Thanks very much, you know, like we haven't had to, but that's sound, thanks very much. So we're like, yeah, we're going halves, aren't we? Because like, £100 fucking dickhead didn't pay, did he? So I was like, fucking hell, that's a fucking skin now. We're walking down to Big Mark and all that, going, lads, I'm going to have to pay, you know. I've got no fucking money yet. Honestly, so I've done all my money. Like, but I just had, should we get them a bottle of champagne and that, right? And like, just saying thanks and that. I was like, yeah, no what, it's alright that. Because I was thinking in my head, we're in the strippers. If you get a proper round, it's going to be batty anyway. So it looks like a little bit...
just a lovely gesture.
Yeah, it looks like a nice gesture, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we like put up proper fired the... what's it called? put the ammo in the gun, fired it, didn't he? And I went, yeah, sound, yeah. And then he just fucking burnt off. I got stung with the bill. Like that. Oh, yeah, I just had to... He's crazy.
Would Rooney have been a couple of years above you?
No, I played with him.
Right.
It was me and him. We were the first two, so from under 9s all the way through to like 14, and then see you later, Jez. See you later, everybody.
Yeah,
just disappeared. Honestly.
What age were it when like you playing with him all the time?
Under 10s.
Jesus.
Under 10s. He had the mentality that I've never ever seen in anything or anyone else. He was freaky. So when like your kids and that, and like, oh, I've got a big long throw. So I used to throw it, you know what I mean? He was just like, yeah, look. Then he couldn't match it. He was like behind me on throwing a ball, and that sounds really stupid. 4 weeks later, yeah, watch this now. Fuck off. He could proper launch it, and he just had that in his head, that mentality.
He had to do it better.
Yeah. Had to do everything. I remember we played Man U at under 10. I can remember it now to this day. At the Cliff. No, with the Littleton Road it was.
Yeah.
Not at the Cliff, at Littleton Road. So at Littleton Road, so we drive in, and then there's the building, and there's like a little pitch at the back of it. So Kasper Schmeichel was in goal. So we're playing the game's easy, you know what I mean, as it is. We ended up winning 10-1. He scored 10 goals. And scored an overhead kick. And like all the mums and dads just like overhead kicks at under 10 or whatever is like, you know what I mean, unheard of really. You know what I mean?
They were unheard of for the whole of my career, to be honest. But
like, and I was just like, all the mums and dads just went crazy. I remember when we were kids, and like, honestly, we were in the, so when we were kids, you used to go, excuse me, and you join in with the scholars, didn't you? Like when you're in the 6 weeks oldies, like the lads who were alright, or they thought had a chance.
Yeah, like a contract.
So this day we were in the civil service. It was like, so where Netherton was, it was miles away. It was just like an old like a civil, you know what I mean, like army or whatever. And that's where they used to play, all their teams and all that used to play there. So we used to have it. So in the afternoon, like it was like a cave that they changed the name. So it was like this building was up, and it's like, and then you go in underneath and all the changing. So there's no windows, no nothing, it's pitch black. So we went up for our food.
Okay, it sounds a bit like fucking Joseph Fritzl's.
It was crazy. But any lads who obviously listen to this, they'll just say to the civil service, that was it. It was pitch black. If you turn the lights off, there's nothing, know what I mean? So this day we're coming out for the afternoon. So all the lads like on the hill. So like where the building is at the top, there's like steps going down, like there's a decent size, so all lads just on the steps, just chilling, you know what I mean, after they had the dinner, rather than sitting in the changes. So the balls are out, just like scattered about. So just a couple of lads are playing footy and that, so I'm just sitting, just watching. Like I used like even now, I'm in awe of him, of what he could do. He could do anything that he, you know what I mean, like, and he put his mind to, he could do it on the football pitch. You know what I mean, there's nothing he could do. You could put him in any position and you know he'd do it. So this day I'm just watching, and there's a few of us just sitting there. So the groundsman just like starts to stack it up, and it's one of them like where there's a cabin and like the doors. So he's driving like, so you can see him. So we're sitting here on the hill, and you can see him trotting down. So Wayne just got the ball, just messing around. So he didn't even pick his head up. He went, yeah, watch this. And as the groundsman's coming past, he hits the ball on the half volley. On the half volley, the hardest technique ever. Hits it. So the driver's like that, the lad, he's got his earphones in, obviously where he's in the tractor, so he's just like, and he just looks up like that. All the lads just like, oh my god. He'd only half volleyed the ball through the cab. No. I swear on my kid's life, through the cab, out the other side.
Watch this.
Listen, watch this, and it's it. And I just went, oh, and from that day, there's nothing he could never have done.
I'm expecting it as in Mac.
No, listen, everyone was, and you know what? At Everton at the time, he could have got away with it because it's fucking Wayne Rooney, and everyone knew what he was going to. Honest to God, it was the best thing I've ever seen him do. Right, like just off the cuff, and then in the Youth Cup, he hits the wall off a free kick, comes, jumps, chests it, knees it, half volley. top corner. He was just... People go on about Messi and Ronaldo. If Wayne wanted it, I won't even say if he wanted it, he was on par with them. Just that they've absolutely just give everything. They've just dedicated, like, especially Ronaldo, dedicated to just football.
Yeah.
He was on par with them for natural ability. It was, honest to God. Like, when people give him shit on Twitter or give him saying about, oh, you know, he's this, listen, don't disrespect a player like that. He's a joke. He's an absolute joke.
Mm.
When
this
you've seen
this
him...
is on a different scale, but I remember being on Magaluf
You've just gone from Wazza zigging in half volley through a fucking
No,
tractor.
this will be like similar, should imagine, yeah?
And we've been playing Red Arse. There was like a little astro, so we're playing Red Arse where you keep it up, and if you drop it, you get in, pull your kegs down or whatever. So we had a few, and we're walking back to the hotel, and there was 3 girls lying on the fronts, and they were looking fantastic.
Yeah.
So I said, "Here, pass the ball here. Watch this." And I've kind of, it wasn't a proper half volley with the lasers. I've just kind of like set myself and sent it north, and just it's floated about 50 yards and landed flush on this bird's arse. I got a standing ovation from people at the Daiquiri bar.
Yeah.
That's my claim to fame, man.
Yeah. No, listen, honestly,
Flush, by the way.
Why are you playing football on holiday with lads?
I don't know. It was good.
I always do it. I'm when I'm with the kids, I need to find a game of footy. Always. And it's taking a bit too serious. Start chopping waiters now.
Chopping waiters.
Yeah. Honestly.
Fucking get in here! Oi, Gringo, get in here! Get in here!
No, honestly. And then if he doesn't pass me, I just give him a custard, don't I? And then he's saving me. No, fuck that. No.
Who else then were at Walsall while you were there, players-wise? Trevor Benjamin?
Yeah, I've heard a couple of stories about him. Wow. Yeah, he was just a big handful.
Had he been at Leicester at this point or not?
I think he had, yeah. From what I can remember, he had 2 eyes knocking fuck out of each other, I know that.
I feel bad at him now, mate.
No, listen,
Old
he was a
Trev.
lovely fella, but that was my bad memory of him, just like one eye night and one eye New Brighton, just like that.
No wonder he's shooting one a bit erratic.
Troy Deeney.
Boom.
Troy Deeney though, at all.
Yeah. Listen, some of the players that we've had coming through at Walsall was Troy, Scotty Dan, Danny Fox.
Were you partnership with
Scotty?
Dan?
Yeah. Listen,
But he left Everton as well, didn't he?
No. He started at Walsall. Yeah. Every partner I have or I've ever played with go on to do magical things. Honestly, I'll list them in a minute, right? And I just get left like a little piece of shit on the side. Honestly. You're laughing, honestly.
Like a piece of shit.
Honestly. So, Scotty Dan went on, unbelievable career. Darcy Blake at Cardiff, unbelievable career.
He should have done better by
Yeah, international. Mark Hudson, not saying, obviously he was older than me, but he was my partner. James Chester, Daniel Ayala, Jack Hobbs, who else? Jared Brathwaite, the kid who's just playing for Everton. Tom Park, I don't know about Parks. Like,
Parks, you're a piece of shit as well.
No. But what I mean is, like,
They've all got on.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I must be like a foil for them, know what I mean? Where you just fuck up, I'll come and mop it up, and you get your moves. No, I'm not saying that.
I was never having that Ayala though, me. I played
from
against
Borough?
it. Yeah.
Say I was.
He was rash. Daniel was.
having him.
No, what? Remember?
He was on loan at somewhere from Everton, I think.
No, Liverpool.
No, from Liverpool, yeah.
Yeah, at Hull.
Yeah, but and he were fucking crap. I think we dicked him at Preston, and he were like so bad, And but I might just be going on one game.
It could be, but he was proper rash.
Did he go Sheffield United on loan?
I'm not sure. But I remember speaking to his girl, because the girl's a Scouser. I remember speaking to her, and I went, "You fucking snide him, you know." So she's going, "Why?" I was like, his English is better than Let's On, well better, right? And she just went, definitely. And like he got onto what I was saying, and he had a little giggle. So like he just sit there and like, no, me English and all that. he was fucking fluent, honestly.
You know exactly what lads were saying about him.
Honestly, it was mad. But yeah, nice lad, great player. No, I haven't played with too many who I thought, wow. Well, I have like, but not a centre half. Not a centre half.
Thing is, from your point of view, I'm not going to blow smoke at your ass, but you're getting a good move to Cardiff. You must have been doing well.
Yeah, but like the mad thing at Walsall was Southampton really like wanted me. I was speaking to the manager. It was the Dutch lad, the Dutch man when he was in League One. I can't think of what his name was, and they were like mad keen. So I spoke to them, and I was like, I had it in my head I was going, and Walsall put a block on it.
Where was Southampton?
In League One. It was the year that they went bump.
Yeah.
So they went League One Championship and up. So like, you can imagine me just sitting there just thinking, fuck, that just sums my luck up, that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could fall into a barrel of tits and come out sucking me thumb. Honestly, that might be my luck in football. But so that happened, and then loads of like little mad things happened at Walsall. Like the chairman, Jeff, he's got the club running unbelievably well, but some like crazy shit happened, and just it got to a point like where I just like, I've got to go now. I've got like personal stuff, like my lad was born and he was in ICU from the 30, so on the Sunday, he was born on like early hours Sunday, so he was in ICU, so I was with him all week, and it got to like Thursday or Friday, so I got a phone call off the then manager, Jimmy Mullen. Sorry, so like he's like so I'm like, how's the baby? Yeah, I was like, he's good Gaffer, yeah, thanks very much, he's good Jess, just he just didn't want to say it, and this is him, he's like, Jess, the chairman's telling me if you don't come in tomorrow, we're going to fine 2 weeks wages. Right, so I'm sitting there holding the baby like what? And like where the hospital, I wish it was, where the hospital is, it's literally round the corner. So I was like, alright, sound, yeah, what? Fucking taking the fucking piss. I'm here holding my son, he's not fucking well. Nah, he's a fucking... My head just exploded. So he was still on the dinner, and he'd done it just before dinner. So like as he'd come in, he must have got the message. So he'd done it straight away. So all of that was done. So fucking screeching into the fucking training going.
Hold him.
No. Put him in. In a like Volvo S40, that was the car I had at the time. One lad saying it was a busy car. So I come parked up, the car's like fucking hasn't even cooled down yet. Burst into the training ground, didn't even knock, just went come flying through the front to the manager's door. How can you basically I just give him loads. So Michael Ricketts is dragging me out. Yeah, just leave it, it's alright, we'll sort it. He's dragging me out because me and him had the same agents at the time. He's a cockroach as well. So not Rick's the agent. So he's dragging me out, going, just leave it. So my head had just gone. So then he phoned me like later on the night. The manager was like, I just had to relay the message. I'm so sorry, I didn't want to.
So the owner were asked at the fact you'd been in hospital for 5 days, were you?
Yeah,
in ICU.
I spoke to the manager. Like, I think it's phone me every other day just to see how he was, you know what I mean? So when he phoned, I was just thinking he's phoning to see how the baby was. Yeah. And obviously that happened, and then after that was in the January, and then that was it. I just said, listen, I'm going in summer. A story about him is that we were playing Brighton away, Jimmy Mullen. This is one of the funniest ones. So we're playing Brighton away. So we go down it, and it's at the Whittingham. So you get changed here, and you got to walk to the end of the road. That's how far away from the pitch. So the game kicks off. So a tackle comes in, and a young Asian lad called Nitan Sansara. So he gets sent off. So we're down to like 10 men after 8 minutes or 9 minutes. So like fuck me. Fucking, he'd like to play footy as well on a big massive pitch. So like, fuck, Jesus Christ.
It'll be a long day, this.
Yeah. 4 minutes later, Reece Weston, another red. So I'm just like thinking, fuck me. This is like, honest to God, like a camel ride to get down there. And this is happening. I was like, wow. So then in the first half, he gets a free kick, and the ball comes in, and Dwayne Matters, his name was, a lad who used to play centre mid, headed it, and we scored. So 1-0. Honest to God, it was like the fucking Alamo. Honest to God, I reckon we got no further than 4 yards outside the box for the rest of the game. I swear to God, 9 men. So then after the game, the whistle goes, we win. So like, everyone's like crawling up these steps up the Whittingham. You must have been to Whittingham,
I
yeah?
never played down there.
Ah,
I did.
so I was like, stapsing up, so we get in there, so like, just sit down in the corner. So Nathan and Reece like, oh lads, I'm sorry, fucking, but like hugging everyone and all that. So the man comes in, lads, I want promotions. This is the fucking proudest I am. Started crying. He like started bawling his eyes out. So like, I'm like, am I fucking, like literally fucking tears bouncing down his face. Oh lads, I'm so proud, lads. So we're like, oh my god, lads, fuck it, we're getting fish and chips and we're going to fucking Offie. So I was like, yeah. So we're sitting there. So we parked up on like Brighton front. So all the lads is like, fuck, we're not driving home. Just give us a couple of. So we're sitting there having fish and chips on the front, looking at like Brighton Pier, and fucking sitting there like Copenhagen, and like, just necking one and just eating your fish and chips. Honestly, some of them. lads, I'm so proud, lads. No, what? He was the Burnley manager. He got promoted with Burnley.
His name rings a bell, but I thought it was from Jimmy's podcast, but it might not be.
Yeah.
He might just
Honestly,
from managing.
He was mad. So that happened obviously in January. And yeah, they're just gone. So I just said, listen, I've got to go. I'm not signing a new contract and all that. But all them, because before he come, we had a manager called Richard Money, Dickie Dosh. That was his nickname. And he got us promoted back into League One. So when so obviously back in League One, and Southampton are talking about taking us. So I'm like, I want to go. And he's like, no, sign a new deal and all that. You know, we got Scotty, he signed a new deal. Foxy, you know, we've got big things, we can go. And at the time, we were doing really well. So I was thinking, oh, shall I sign it? You know, and I always got told, if there's money on the table, just take it, no matter what. But then I was like toiling with it, thinking, no, I'm doing all right here, I can get a move. So fucking dickhead, and I signed the contract in like fucking early January. Come the 28th and 29th, Foxy went. And then Scott left. So like, I'm like walking,
Left the shit on the side again.
So exactly it. Just left a little parcel and went, honestly. So I was just like, when I seen him, and I was like, I've signed a fucking new deal and all that. I was like, it's the chairman. But no one said about falling into a battle of tits. That's one occasion that happened.
Are you captain as well? At this
I think
point?
I was at this point, yeah.
Because you started off really well, aren't you? Player of the season, 2 years on trot.
Yeah. So the year that we got promoted, I don't know whether, but the year I left, I got it. Yeah, I got it.
And captain, and then did it?
Yeah.
Am I right in saying they took the captaincy off you when you said, that's it, I want to go?
Yeah.
You carried on playing?
Yeah, carried on playing. Every team I've pulled the shirt on for, contrary to what everyone believes, is that I've always given 100%, no matter what. Even on loan. Even at Shrewsbury, we ain't getting paid at Shrewsbury. Not one bean. It was costing me £200 a week for me diesel in my car to get there. So I was paying to play. But you know, when you're trying to show people what you're made of and stuff like that, then you know,
people forget that, or other people not think about that.
No, exactly. You know, there's not many fucking players that do it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? No, well that's what I'm saying. And then when it comes to like, yeah, we'll offer you the contract, and they offer you fucking absolute peanuts. You know what I mean? Like, are you fucking winding me up?
Just taking the piss out of you.
Honestly. There's a saying, isn't he? Pay peanuts, get monkeys. That's what he wanted from me, basically. Honestly. Thought it was a fucking circus show.
You were getting stick from the fans for not saying you wanted to leave?
At Oldham?
At Walsall?
At Walsall? No, not really, because I think they seen what I was doing. I was doing well, and I was...
You're still putting it in,
Yeah, you know, obviously, like I say, you get the odd numpty, you know what I mean? You could win leagues and all kinds, and you know it still wouldn't be good enough for some people. But that's the way we live in. Know what I mean?
Mm. So when did you end up going to Cardiff then? The end of that
season. That season, it was crazy how that come about. Like, because I'd spoke to my agents at the time. Forest were mad keen. I think they just missed out on the playoffs, or just made the playoffs. I'm not sure. So they were interested. Derby. There was quite a few championship teams interested. And I thought, basically, you know,
I'm getting a move either way.
I'm getting a move, you know what I mean? But then when you're thinking, I'm getting a move, and you think, I've gone from I was earning good money at Walsall for like 22, you know what I mean? I'm thinking, oh, fucking hell, I could, you know, I've just had a baby, everything's going on the right path. So we leave Walsall, we come back up to Liverpool because the baby is only brand new. So we're in my Mrs. Mum's spare room, so I was sitting there, so I'm lying in the bed. So I get my phone rings and I don't realise that, like, I don't recognise the number, so like, a bit like yourselves, if I get a little bit dubious, I'm like, nah, leave that. So then it goes to voicemail, so I think, fucking hell, left a voicemail, so obviously, hello, Anthony, it's Lee. I'm like, what the fuck's Lee? Do you mind picking up if I give you the call back? I was like, what the fuck's this Lee? I don't even know who you're talking about. So then, about 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later, I'm still like just lying in bed, scratching my balls over, you know what I mean, like, the phone rings, so I'll go, hello? And he goes, hi mate, it's me, Lee. I was like, sorry mate, who's Lee? And he went, Lee, I met you the other day. I was like, mate, who is it, Lee, you? He was like, Lee Jones. I was like, Lee Jones? I was like, the fuck is Lee Jones? He went, Steve. I was like, oh, Dave Jones' lad.
Alright.
Lee. So I'm like, oh, well, I said, you went round the arms there, didn't you? He's like, oh, I know, sorry and all that. He said, listen, my dad just asked to give you a call. So I'm like, what? He went, and I went, you taking the piss? He went, no, my dad's asked you to give you, you know, to give you the call. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'm going, yeah. So would you be interested in moving to Cardiff? I was like, fucking course would, yeah. And that was the year that Preston beat them when they fucked it up last day.
Oh, yeah.
I missed out. So obviously Roger went and they needed a replacement, or...
Was his son an agent or a scout? Or?
No, we just phoned up the blue. because I'd met him like 2 weeks previous.
What, just...
No, I met him 2 weeks previous, had something to do with Stephen. And like, I like, it was just like, hi mate, you're okay, nice to meet you, and like, that was it.
Oh, so you're not actually signing a conversation?
It's ambitious from him.
Yeah.
You'd recognise.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean, and that's what I was like, fuck, what do you think?
It's Lee.
Yeah.
Alright. Bruce or...
Yeah, honestly. So I'm like, yeah, of course, yeah. Because obviously, you know, I know football, I knew that you just missed out and stuff like that, so I was like, yeah, of course, yeah. So I'm like, hey. So my missus out, I'm sure she's feeding the baby or batting him or something. So I'm like walking into the bathroom, like, mad dad. She's like, why, what's up? I was like, Cardiff, she's been on the phone to me. She's like, Cardiff? What happened to, like, the club that, you know, Forest and that? I was like, don't know. They've just come on. I was like, oh, alright. Okay, I'll leave it with me dad now then. Obviously, if you're up for... I was like, yeah, of course, yeah. I said, I'm just going out today. Just, you know, give me a call, whatever. So that was it. So then I'm in Speaker Retail Park, which is in Liverpool. So I can remember this fucking clear as day. Because obviously, like I said, I've got had a new baby. I think like things are on the up. So I'm sitting there. So we go in the Starbucks upstairs in one of the shops. Can't think what shop it is, but like they've got their own like Starbucks or Costa. So I'm sitting there with the baby, like Harry just like sitting on my knee, and so my phone rings and my missus on the other side of the Starbucks. So like,
you had an argument like?
She's getting the order in. So I'm sitting here like that, and she's at the furthest part of the like I'm the furthest way you could get. So I'm sitting here like that, and like this is my first proper move, you know what I mean? So like I don't know how it happened, so I was just like, so my phone rings, so I'm like, fuck, holding the baby, trying not to fucking drop him. So I get out, I was like, hello, and he's like, the baby going crazy. I'm like, and he's like, hi Auntie, you okay? It's Dave Jones here. I'm like, hi Dave and all that. So she's like, she can see him on the phone, so she's like, I'm like proper shitting myself, like, yeah. So he's like, Anthony, we've agreed. I didn't know nothing. Didn't know, like, he didn't say, we're going to put a bid in. He went, Auntie, we've agreed a thing, Fifi. Do you want to come and get yourself down here, son? So I'm just like obviously she must have read my face. So she's standing at the queue, fucking crying her eyes out, ordering a fucking latte. And I'm just like, on cloud nine, just like, yeah, okay, stand up. So I put the phone down.
Did you not have an agent at this point then?
Yeah, I had an agent, but he just went,
bypassed him.
Do you ever get in any awkward situations when you're not holding a baby?
I know, yeah. But, no, I don't. So,
some throw that as well.
Yeah, he was catching him. I'm going. Gonna get to Cardiff.
Hold that.
Like that. Look at her.
I'm moving to Wales. Fuck it, I'll give you a rugby throw.
I'm just sitting there. No.
I'm just going to Cardiff. All right.
It was mad. So down there, so I met Sean.
Physio.
Yeah. That's what.
Great lad, by the
Yeah.
way. Great lad.
So met Sean. I go do me medical, do all the bits and pieces, and leave the agent to go and sort all the stuff out. So he phones, he goes, no sign-on fees. I'm like, all right, sound. Like, I don't know, no different, know what I mean? Didn't I get one at going to Walsall? I'm like, all right, sound. He went, the wages are fantastic. I was like, what do you mean? So I was earning like X amount, and I was jumping to Y. Well, I don't want to give... Can I give...
Yeah, of course.
So I was on like 1,800 quid at Walsall at the time, and I was jumping to $3,000. So I was thought, I can have 1,200 quid to move just outside the playoffs. Fucking hell. Like, it was a little bit, I want to say a little bit gutting for me.
Yeah, and people listen to this, it sounds a lot of money, but at that time, and where Cardiff are, I think
yeah,
it's not a lot. Is
You've
it?
got 12. You've got 60 grand a year more, ain't you?
Yeah. Well,
Which is good, which is incredible money. But on that 60 grand, then you've got to relocate your family. You've got to get a new house and all that sort
and you
of
get
stuff.
sacked. I could sound like I'm coming across as a bit of an arsehole.
No, not
like
at all.
money oriented.
In the world of football,
In the world of football, and where Cardiff are.
yeah, and what other lads will they be getting paid?
Oh yeah, some of the lads behind they'll have been on
So
treble that.
I'm not thinking about that myself. I'm just thinking, fucking hell, I'm moving exactly what I'm moving down. I'm going to get, and obviously once you go over the threshold, it gets, you know what I mean? It gets wiped out quite a bit. It gets so. But in the end, I was like, yeah, listen, no bother, don't worry about it. So I went down there, with my little suitcase, and then we were flying out to Portugal. So the lads flew out to Portugal, and then I was following them. My missus thought I was coming home, so I was like, the lads will go, we've got...
I don't really like that
Basically,
phone call. I don't really know how to tell you this.
I've got to go pre-season. She's like, what? I was like, yeah, I've got, you know, they've given me all my training kit and all, but I've only got like, I was like, send some clothes down when I get back. And she's like, oh,
Shorts though, shorts and t-shirt.
yeah, shorts, t-shirt, flip-flops. So like, it was just like, it was completely new to me anyway. So we get there, so like, see the manager. So
did you sign that deal then?
yeah, I was. So what it was the appearance fee that like bumped it,
up.
and like after every so many games, me money jumped.
So it was. So if you were
Incentive,
successful, you were
yeah.
getting.
But
Which is fair enough, I guess.
yeah, of course. Like, and that's what that's the thing I was looking at. I was thinking, no, know what I mean? I'm going. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
I weren't going to stay at Walsall no matter what. I just wanted to go. That's not down to the club, just that I knew it was time to go. So then when I went, I think I went out they went out in the morning and I came in the afternoon. So I met the manager, met all the lads and all that. So my first training session is like the acid test, really. So like, I just thought, nah, this is it. I'm not going to fuck it up. I'm not going to blow it. On the first week of like not training properly and all that. So I just started in my head, yeah, you know, we go and do it properly and all that. So it's trained. I'm on it, smashing people, winning headers, and like, I'm doing alright. So then fucking night comes, doesn't it?
The what?
The night comes, doesn't it? So obviously,
I've heard about this.
the Cardiff pre-season dues. Yeah, it's a pre-season do. It's not a pre-season, it's a pre-season do. So like, I'm like sitting there like that, me and Paul Quinn. No, lad, I'm not going out. Quinny's like a staunch. Did you play with Quinny at Donny?
Yeah.
Staunch, loves the booze. No, lad, you know, we've just signed, just let's fucking just nail it. You know what I mean? Yeah, sound, yeah. So I'm not lying like that. So Quinny just goes, you can go for one now, lad, can't we?
Go for one.
So I'm like, yeah, lad, but just take it easy and that. Oh my God, what a fucking loose cannon he was. so we go out. So like, I've only got like, what was in my suitcase that I brought down? So like a pair of jeans, a couple of t-shirts. Oh, lads are fucking rolling out in all fucking top gear. They must have went shopping before they went on the pre-season do. Snapping labels off everything. Honestly, so me and Quinny look like paraffin lamps. He's come from Motherwell, I've come from Cardiff. Look like proper meths. So we get out and all that. So like the lads are cracking on, having a beer and all that. So I don't know where I ended up. I can't even tell you where I ended up.
Is this the one with us, the big inflatable
In the sea. So this is before it. So like, I'm like, fuck this. can't believe. I was like, I'm looking at watching, I'm fucking dickhead. What the fuck's going on with you? So, yeah, you know, it's a chance and all that. So, I think I'm like just in the corner, just trying to get my shit together. So then my phone goes, and I go, hello. And he goes, yeah, Jez. I'm like, yeah, who's that? He went, I think it was Steve McPhail. Macca. I was like, what's up, Mark? He went, come and get Quinny. I was like, why? What do you mean? He went, he's trying to fucking batter chops. So wherever it been, I can't think of where it been. So we're just walking this bar, I can just see Quinny just fucking windmilling. I'll fuck you little cunt, give him chops loads. Honestly, to God. So I was like, come on, lad, we'll go. So we went back, and that was just that was the whole week boxed off. So then the next day, like me and Quinny got off early, so like the lads like walking in. So as we're in the fucking with our training kit, I'm ready to go. The lads just come tottering in like 7:30. So like fucking hell, like lads soaking wet. So walking through the reception in Esterel. So I was just like, I'm like fucking hell, lads.
You've got your training kit ready to train?
Yeah, ready to go to the training thing, you know what I mean? So like all lads meet there and you walk. So like I was like fucking. So like I was like. I'll ask that question in a bit. So, so like, I'm walking down and all that. So like, fucking hell, where have you been? Like, come get a cab. I'm like, you fucking lying pricks. Like, I've only been here a day. I'm like, going, you fucking lying cunts. Where have you been? He's like, man, no, that inflatable in the sea. That's where we've just been. I'm like, when? What time is this? He went, literally 6:30. We were all on this inflatable. I was like, fucking hell. Thank fuck I've got off, honestly. But the whole week followed the pattern.
Did Jones just give you free reign? As long as you had to be on the training pitch?
I had to be on it, and like, if you put a shift in with him, you just turn a blind eye. Which was brilliant. So then the year after, on this pre-season do. Pre-season do. So, we're training, so all lads just go on it again and get fucking ballooned. So then the day after, we're training. So like, we're jogging round in this warm-up. So he starts coming on this jog with us. So he's like, lads, this is the year after now. So this is this the... No, I'm just going on this, like what he was like, the pre-season. So
I joined that January.
So but I'm just jumping like a year. But that year like was crazy for me. If we'll go back to it. But I'm just going on this pre-season. So like, we're jogging now. So he's like, lads, I'm changing my formation. So I was like, sounds, yeah. So I think he's going to play 4 at the back. I couldn't give a fuck, what else? You know what I mean? So I was like, 4-3-3, chain chops. Whoa, all that, stop. No. I'm not playing 4-4-3. That means one of us is going on the wing and one is playing the front. No, I'm not doing it. Okay, then we'll leave that one there. I just carried on. Just like, fuck me.
That's what he was like though, DJ.
Listen, it was bizarre. I was just like, what? So then we're starting training, so we're doing the passing deal. So now we got in like the square, so pass round. Kevin McNaughton, right, is an absolute fucking liability, right? So when he's passing, so the ball gets past him, he goes to take it, goes under his foot. He just goes and just jogs to the next one. But Terry Burton's there. Terry's been a coach at Arsenal and all that. Comes to him again. Does the same. Goes round the full square without controlling the football, right? In the end, Teddy Brent goes, lads, get yourselves back in, go and get yourselves to sleep. We'll be out in the afternoon. Just chop training and just sent us all back in.
Go and have a sleep.
Ken would have been a 7-8 o'clocker.
Yeah, but that morning that Kev done now. So we'd been out the night before. So we'd turn up at the training pitch. Sorry, about the formation, that was the day before. Like the lads, Chops and Jay just didn't have it. No.
Forget about that one.
That's Michael Chopra and Jay Bothroyd, by the way.
Right, just like kibosh that. So that was the next day. So the day that Kev done that with his foot, like the ball kept on rolling under it. So we're all on the training pitch and like, where's Jay? Like, fuck no, I don't know where he is. Who's in the room? I was in the room. I don't know who was room. Yeah, you come down. So lad like, fuck off. Yeah, come down. So like, wow, mad that. So we just went at training. So like, the training finishes and someone comes running from the hotel. So like, speaks to the manager and Sean or whoever it was, and like, it's about Jay. So like, I was like, oh fucking hell, what's happened? So he's fucking stood there waiting to go training and took the knock, fainted or collapsed or something, but he only fucking landed on a car in fucking Portugal, which is like a frying pan. So as he's fell, he burnt all his shoulder and his arm, and he's got a picture of his lad, a tattoo of his lad. I'm laughing because it's fucking funny, but it's terrible at the same time. So he's fell on it and just frying, skin going bubbling, and like they peeled him off, and his kid looked like Freddy Krueger now. You're laughing. It burns his arm, and his face and all that. Where he'd been on the island, hadn't had enough sleep. He just gone, he just took the knock, passed out, and he was like, honestly, I swear to God, the scar was naughty, but his kid looked like this beautiful kid, like curly hair, boss portrait, and then after it looked like Freddy Krueger, honestly, with the skin just like gone all tight and all burnt. But it was, honest to God, it was crazy. It was fucking crazy. But yeah,
that was totally Dave Jones. That.
Oh,
So he said, "I'm going to play a 4-3-3," and then Michael Chopra and Jay Woodford, one of them, they kicked off and said, "I'm not fucking playing that," and he'd gone,
that was exactly
right, fair enough. And I think that's why Cardiff never got promoted with him, because the players had too much
Control.
influence and power.
When you look at that, my first year when I went there, I was just like, I was in awe. I was training and I was grafting and I was working really hard, and then I was looking at some players and they were just
Going through the motions.
no, not even going through the motions. They were just making it look so effortless.
right.
Stephen McPhail, Peter Whittingham, God rest his soul. And I've never seen footballers like them. Wits and Macca. Listen, this could be on fire. This building could be on fire. And if he had the ball at his feet, you weren't rushing him. It was as simple as that. He just go, I'll get out in my own time. I'll just ping it through this window here, burst the window open, and I'll jump through. All right, that's how good and calm we were. But listen, the players that we had, it was frightening. Like, I'd come for like proper workers, grafters and that, with this odd sprinkling of talent. This was just littered with it. It was a joke, honestly.
So did they rule the roost?
Who?
Chops and
They tried to
Bothroyd.
with Dave. Dave, yeah.
Do you get on with them?
Who, me, yeah, in small doses.
With Dave or Chopra and them.
With Chopra and
With
Bothroyd.
Chops and Jay. I just didn't see no shit off them. I just called them a prick.
Chops were all right. You
know what
just knew how to take him.
Yeah,
He just had some-
he was hard. He wouldn't say he was hard. He was just... He used to drive to Newcastle, finish training, drive to Newcastle, and then drive back. And then drive back in the morning. So, like, I think he's got a,
What's that round trip?
Well, it was 220 from me to Barnsley, and you've got another 100 miles, so you're talking a fucking 700 mile slap.
He's mad. He's like some of the shit that he used to that he done, like when I was there with him. When I was there with him, like I remember one day we come into training, and he just had money in his wash bag. Couldn't close his wash bag. He had that much dough, and I was just like, "Fucking hell, what are you doing?" He went, fucking. And they were like,
I've had a big win.
yeah, basically. And I was like, fucking hell, go and get in the bank. He's like, So I was like, because I don't think, he weren't driving or, and he was like, do you want to come down the bay for a bit of food? And I was like, yeah, me missus mustn't have been there. I was like, yeah, sound. Never been massive into gambling, know what I mean, or whatever. So he goes, let me go in here. There's a bookies on the bay with this wash bag full of dough. And I'm like, fucking hell, I said, I'm not going in there, no chance. I said, I'll be in I said, are you going to go for food? He's like, yeah, we'll go for food. So fucking, I go, I'll go and get a coffee and that then, and just like chill till you've been there. I reckon I come back and about 40 minutes later, there wasn't a fucking bean in the bag. Not one sausage.
How did he respond? Like, what did he say?
He's usually like, but that was him. I think it was just easy come, easy go with him.
Yeah.
I described him as a 27-year-old man trapped in a 14-year-old boy trapped in a 27-year-old man.
It was mad.
Body.
So he had
childish, weren't he?
Yeah, he had a CLS. He had a big massive car, and it was like the best car that you could have, like the best model of that car. So CLS AMG. So it had tellies in it and all kinds. So obviously when the engine starts, the telly goes off. You can't have the telly, can you?
Yeah.
He got it wired that you could watch the telly and drive. So I've been in the car and he's like going,
Watching the racing.
no, I wouldn't say racing, but fucking we're just watching the telly in there. And I was like, no, that's not for me, that. And then he'd drink like 12 cans of Coke a day. So that's not compulsive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just like some of the stuff. Like I was just like, wow.
I mean, I can't get my head around his demise. Football, because I've played against him.
Listen, he was a joke.
And he was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was a joke.
Like the best player in the championship when I played against him.
Oh, comfortably, mate. He used to score 20 plus.
Yeah.
That first
With his
season,
head up his ass.
I wonder. It'd be interesting to speak to him to find out if
that first season that I played with him, he was a joke.
Is that the one where he's fucking took his boat off as if he's on fire?
Yeah, that was it. That was the season. Honestly, he was getting paid in the championship off Puma. You know what I mean? For a boot deal. Fucking hell.
And then just spunking it.
Oh, what a talent. What a talent. But like I say, but then you got him, and then on the flip side, you got Wits.
I mean, apart from the career that Bellamy had, Wits is the best player I played with.
Listen.
Here at Whittingham.
And I know what, like when I used to play, I used to get so like, he used to proper affect me, whether we won, whether we lost. With him, he couldn't give a fuck.
For Duck's back.
Honest to God,
I think
and that's what played into his hands. Why he was so good.
I think he
He
couldn't
didn't
care.
care. Bad game.
He did care massively, but he gave off the persona that he didn't. Oh well, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, when he got beat in playoff final, you wouldn't have known sat next to him if he'd got beat in playoff final or won it.
You know what I mean? It was,
Exactly the same either way.
but
That's
wow,
just his persona,
Yeah.
not.
technically, and Everton, his banter so dry. He was hilarious. He just hit you with one, just dead quick.
Yeah. Bothroyd then.
Yeah, because when you say it, I can't picture how much of a tit he is.
I don't think he is. I know.
Come on, Jez, come on.
I know you. I had a proper set to them at Newcastle away. Andy Carroll tore me a new arsehole. Proper tore me a new hoop. We got done 5 and I think he scored 2. But I'd never won an header. Like I'd jump early and he'd just come glancing across, flicker on with his ponytail, hit whack in the face, and go through and score. Know what I mean? That's exactly what it was like. I know when you have a bad game and you just know. And my dad was in the gods.
Yeah.
Up in St James's Park. First time I played, I sit there. I thought, when you walk out, you think, fuck me, look at this. And I have a stinker.
Yeah.
Wow. So after the game, I come in and like just sitting there, my head falling off. And he goes, fucking back 4, and starts having a go. My head just gone. You fucking melt and all that. Fucking I'll punch your head in.
Bothroyd came in and
Yeah. Which I knew he had a shitter. There's no one could have told him I could have a bad game. You know what I mean?
We don't need telling about it again.
Yeah. And then my dad even done it after. Fucking hell, you.
That's what it'd be like. It'd dig everybody else out.
Just not needed. You know. There's having a bit of a bad game, which I think fuck you were off it today. But when someone's had that much of a shitter, you just know not to say out.
Well, that's me. Like obviously, me as a centre half, like I just used to love winning all my headers and all like, but I just didn't get a look in.
Thing is, you weren't bad, Andy Carroll, like, were you? Yeah. You know what I mean?
But honestly, it was crazy. So we just come in and like obviously opened up, and I just had enough. So I'm walking, like the big skips that we have. So I'm fucking booting the skips, fucking in the showers, and I'll fucking punch your head and all that. So like, my head had just gone. So like, after he simmered down and all that, I going, hey, what's a melt? Fuck off, you. Like, my head had just gone. But then on the flip side of it, it'd be alright. So like, I think he just picked his moments when he wanted to and when he didn't. But there's no disputing his ability was a joke.
Yeah, agreed.
But like I said, I couldn't warm to him fully.
Yeah.
There was lads in there and like I just loved them straight away. Like when I signed for Cardiff, I thought I was staying there for the rest of my career. That was the vibe I got, that was the feeling I got in the city, in the football club. And when I left, it proper broke my heart, proper hurt me. The fans loved me at that point, you know what I mean? You know, I was doing everything. I was smashing people. I was scoring a couple of goals. I was winding the Jacks up when we beat them 2-1. You know what I mean? So I think that endeared me a little bit. So like, I was just loving it. I was just loving life down there. My little boy was there. My missus was there. So then it comes to the Friday of the playoffs. So like, what happened with Dave is that he was mad. After I had that conversation with him at the start, and then I was playing, and then like lads would have niggles and like they go, I'm struggling a bit here, and then like wouldn't play. But I'd struggle and they go, can you play? I go, fucking right, I can play.
Yeah.
Because I've gone from not having a championship football to coming into it. I'm not going to give me shades up and me place up just over like a little tight calf, or I'm going to fucking play, you know what I mean? So like, come the end of the season, me and Darcy, I think we played 9 games, right up to the, so we secured promotion with like 4 games to go, 3 games to go, which...
Secure playoffs.
Yeah, what did I say, promotion, sorry, playoffs. With 4 games to go, 3 games to go. And like, I always go, is a progression. So in my head, I'm like, yeah, because last year, they fucked it up. They fucked it up with it on the day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we've done it with 3 games to go, so that's a bit of progression for the club. But also, and I've helped in that. So, like I say, you know, me and Darcy, it was like, I was big, I was like physical, but I could play a little bit. He was like, he could spring, but he was proper quick. So like, I'd go up, he'd come and mop up. It was just a lovely little partnership. So come the end of the season, I don't think he played me and Darcy on the last game of the season against Derby. I'm not too sure on that.
Almost resting you, like,
yeah, for the playoffs. So then it comes to the playoffs against Leicester, and on the Friday I'm running and it's like the last couple of steps, and as I've stepped I thought, oh, and I'll let you know the difference between a pull and a
little tweak,
and I thought, so I went into Sean after, didn't say nothing, so I went into Sean, I said, Sean, test this for us. So he's done all the bits and pieces, and like, not like where you all the, like the, what's it called, like the weight through it and all that, and I'm feeling like a little pinch, and he's like, I don't know whether it's just like your fascia as the nerves running through and it's catching, or you've pulled it. I was like, I don't know. So he said, it's up to you, what you want to do you want to play or what? I was like, and he's like, you're in the playoffs, you know what I mean, I was like,
yeah.
So in my head I had like a moral dilemma, do I not say nothing, or do I play and let the team, fuck the team up, you know what I mean? So it was like, it's the only time I'll ever do it ever again. And I'll always say to me lad, if he ever plays in football, you play no matter what, you know what I mean? Even if it's to the detriment of the team, fuck the team, it's about you. No one cares about, you after you finish football. So what I've done, what I thought was best for the team and not for myself. So I knocked on the door and just said, Gaffer, I've got to tell you, I think I've pulled my calf. And he was like, what?
Is this with 1 league game left to
no,
go? Or
this is the day before the Leicester game.
Right.
So that's what I mean. I haven't got like 4 days, 5 days to rest it up. This was the day before. So I was like, Gaffer, and he was like, what do you want to do? I was like, well, I don't want to play and me be the reason why we don't get to Wembley. And he was like, it's a big decision, I was like, I know, but after what I've done through the season, I don't want to basically tarnish myself and the club by fucking up if we don't make it. So he just said to me, okay, no problem, I'll take it out your hands, get yourself ready for Wembley. That I can remember it clear as day. Get yourself ready for Wembley. So in my head I'm thinking, in what I've done throughout the season and the games leading up to the back end of the season, securing the promotion when I'm not 100% fit, I've done what I've had to do. So I'm thinking, could show me a little bit of loyalty here. From what he said, get ready for Wembley. So I'm thinking, he's got full confidence. So I'm like, all right, sound. So the game goes on. I think we win 1-0, don't we? Excuse you. So we win 1-0 at Leicester, off which I'm sure it's a free kick, it's the post and goes in. So we're 1-0 coming back. If all to be known, we got beat. Martin Wagon scored 2 corners direct. Like the whip on it was crazy. Didn't happen. Goes to penalties in the playoffs, and that Jan came against.
Oh, he chipped
it. Chipping it.
Yeah, did he chip it? And I think he chipped it wide.
No, he just chipped it straight down the middle, and the keeper saved it.
Or did it hit the bar?
Might have hit the bar.
I thought
But he
done that anyway. He done that, and but so that happened. So then, like, I run on, like, yes, my calf feels fucking fantastic. Yes, it's
I'm
like
playing at
lads.
Wembley.
So, and I'm in my head, I'm thinking, after all I've done, you're asking me to pull up trees. I've done it. So in my head, I'm like, Wembley. He said Wembley. So he must mean it. So then it comes to the day before. So he names the team, and I'm not in it. Like in my head, I was like, fuck man, me up here or what? I've done all that for you throughout the season, and you're shitting on me here.
You've been honest about.
And I was exactly
Great good of the team in your mind.
So no one I said about from now on. I would never just play. I just play.
And if it goes, it goes.
If it goes, it goes. And if the team get beat, they get beat. Know what I mean?
Thing is, how what was the length
2
of
weeks.
time? 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So he's thinking he's tore a muscle.
Yeah.
The chances are it's probably not going to be right.
No, but listen. So we get to Wembley. So then, Jay Bothroyd
Yeah, I've spoken about
is
this.
injured. He's injured.
Yeah.
And he knows he's injured. Dave Jones knows he's injured, but he still names him in the team. So he shit himself. So because it's me, you know what I mean? But like I said previous, I was playing. I went nowhere near 100% fit, but because he needed me to. And I've since found out is that I'm no good on sand-based pitches, which Cardiff was, because it was a brand new facility. So they just pile sand on it. It's still rock hard, so there's no giving it. So it's like basically running on concrete for me. So that happens. So then we're in the remember BBM on Blackberry. So all the lads in the group. So I changed my status. 46 games and for fucking what? So the next day I'm walking in. So you walk in.
Bullfrog came off after about 15, did he?
19 minutes.
Yeah.
So this is the day we're going. Or this is, you name the team on the Thursday and this is the Friday before we're heading to London. So I walk up the stairs and I walk in the canteen and I go, morning everyone, morning. My head's still gone, but I'm just thinking, I've had my little vents, you know what I mean? Like to me mum and dad and me missus and all that, but I've changed the thingo status.
Blackberry status.
Yeah. So I just went, and he went, you alright, yeah? I was like, yeah, Sam, why, what's up? He went, 46 and for what? I went, what? He went, what's that about? 46 and for what? While the canteen was fucking chocker. So I can either shit myself and back down and go, oh, no, and just make some bullshit up. Or I can stand there and just go, well, yeah, I'm not happy. So me being me, and like I said to you, honest as the day's long, I just fronted out and went, yeah, it's about tomorrow. 46 and for what? And I just told him, I said I was fucking pulling myself off the physio table, playing the game. You were coming in, thanking me, sending me a message, just, you know, fucking, and then the biggest game of the season, he shit on me like that. I said, that's what it was about. So my head had just fucking gone, just proper gone. So I thought, the cheeky cunt. So, and then my next thought was, who told him? So no, was you there with Tracy, the receptionist?
Yes.
Trace, she's like a lovely woman.
Was she in the BBM group?
No, we weren't here. So I've just come out, and I knew who it was straight away. It was two people. So as I'm walking, I said, it's Chops, you know, Jay. Just, that's all. She was like, no. I'm like, no. So as I'm walking back down the stairs, there's Michael Chopra. Oh, you alright? So I just grabbed him and I just squeezed his neck. I just held him before I get the wall. He said, you little fucking rat. I'm spitting again. He's a little fucking rat. He said, tell the fucking gaffer about the BBM. No, wait. He said, fucking was you little fucking dog? And just lashed him into the wall. So then I've seen him, so then I've come down. And Jay's like getting ready. He said, was it fucking you? He was like, wow. I said, was it fucking you? And like, I just give him it, basically. So then that's it, it's done then in my head. So then the next day comes, I'm on the bench, all madness. So then we score, Joe scores, get in, buzzing. Everyone's buzzing, know what I mean? So then Brett scores. Like it's the calamitous goal, people falling over the ball.
Brett Ormerod?
Yeah, most calamitous goal ever. People falling over the ball, not clearing it. And like he just scuffs it left-footed, sickles in. And then Charlie Adams scores. So then I'm sitting there just thinking, fuck, we're done then, you know what I mean? It's done. So then, I think we're about 60, 65. He goes, Jez, shouts me. I'm like, cheeks in the goal and he put me on. Honest to God, I fucking, to this day, I just don't know why he done it. He brought me on. And like, it was like all the crowd started picking up on that, like the Cardiff fans. And I just thought, wow, you know what I mean? I just thought, you know what I mean? Like, I come off the bench, he was expecting something from me, a centre half. You know what I mean?
Who did he take off then?
Hoods, I think it was.
Take Hoods off?
I think it was a centre half anyway. And I just thought, you fucking prick. You know what I mean? So like, it gave like all the fans like a bit of a boost and all that. Because they'd seen what had happened like toward the back end. And I honestly thought I was going to do something in the game. But as it turned out, I didn't. But
do something as in... Go and score
do something like just smash someone just like to give the lads a bit of a boost, know what I mean? And it didn't
Do you
happen.
think he's just put you on just to half pacify you
Yeah,
then?
to
So you can
appease
say
me.
I'm playing in the playoff final.
To appease me, that's all he done. But he shit himself because he knew that Jay Bothroyd was injured, right? And he used a sub up on 19 minutes, so that left 2 subs. And then he decided to put me on, and then one other sub. Know what I mean?
That could have been.
So why not put Jay Bothroyd on the bench and go, listen, you're not fucking fit, and I'll need 20 minutes out of you. And
He knows it.
you might need to come on. You might need to come on and change the game for me, right? So you know what I mean. But as it stands, no, go on. You walk out at Wembley. You go and wave to your family. Know what I mean? And then come off after 19 minutes. Know what I mean?
That would just totally Dave Jones-esque.
So I think you've done the right thing, though.
Yeah,
know
I
you're saying
have.
You never do. I think you've done the right
No,
thing.
I've done it. But I was thinking about the group. Now, looking back on it in hindsight, fuck the group. Fuck the club.
But if you
They didn't
if
look
you
after
came,
me.
if you came on and tore properly, you're out for 6 weeks and you missed the final anyway. So I still think you've done the right thing.
Yeah, I have. But what I mean is, but then after what he said to me about be ready for Wembley, I've just added in my head that I'm going to play. Whatever's happened, I'm gone away with my family and all that. So then I've come back. In my mind, I'm thinking, nah, fresh start now. I say fresh start, fresh season. This is where we don't go. We go automatic.
Yeah.
And that's that squad that we had. Know what I mean?
Should have done.
It was a joke, right? So I come back. So I'll move from the city centre out the way. So I'll move to Cowbridge, which
Beautiful.
is like, it's lovely. But then I don't move in Cowbridge. I move to Wick, which is further again. But it's classed as Cowbridge. So like in my lane, there's me, the neighbour, and nobody else. Nobody else. So like I'm in a converted barn. No more than 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. The day before the window shuts, my agent, hi Jazz, you alright mate? I'm like, yeah, just sorting this fucking house, it's fucking annoying me. I went, just a quick one, been told that you've got to go out on loan. So I was like, what? I said, the window shuts, man. He was like, yeah, Dave's already sorted it, you're going to Hull. So I was like, what? So I just thought, alright, fuck him, sound, no problem. And then that was it.